The Owl House has had a solid run of 10 episodes earlier this year, but right now fans are kind of in the dark on what is happening. There are rumors of the show returning in July, rumors that the rumors are just rumors, and no one really knows what's up. I'm going to break down what we know for you in this video, but before we do, make sure you like and subscribe so you can get all of the Owl House updates as they come. And I also want to take the time to thank our Discord friend Pickled a Pie for helping me research this video. Without him, I would have been really lost on everything going on. So, in an earlier video, we explained that a Russian website, similar to IMDb, had released titles for the upcoming episodes. This Russian website itself should generally be accurate as it works with people in the industry to create this information. Again, kind of like IMDb. However, there were some inconsistencies with this. First and foremost, when visiting the website myself, I couldn't find mentions of these new episodes, an issue that a lot of other people experienced as well. Some people believe that these listings had been removed as they weren't meant to go public at that time, which has happened with other sources before. The episode titles were roughly translated by a fan, but the titles were pretty exact and sounded like real titles, whereas translating the previous episode titles into Russian and then back again makes them sound very weird. The convention, for instance, gets translated to Russian and back as Clan Conference, so it seemed odd that these translations were so specific and worded like real episodes. Titles aside, an article on the same website talking about cartoons returning to TV mentioned the Owl House would be back in July, so fans were quick to jump on it. For a while, we were left with that mystery, but then release dates, along with episode titles, suddenly made their way to an obscure cable TV scheduling forum. The forum started as a place for Power Ranger episode air dates apparently, but it's grown to be about all of TV. In the post, the first episode aired is called Sense and Insensitivity, which is slightly different from the Russian site leak, which translated to Senses and Insensitivity. It's a bit hard to say if this is the more accurate version or if it was improperly copied and pasted from the Russian website leaks, as there's no known source for this information as far as I can see. Weirder still, after Adventures in the Elements as episode 12, the next episode is called The First Day, an entirely different episode title than Mini Problems, which was translated from Kinopoisk. This is so radically different in title that it can't be an issue of different translations, so there does seem to be some different source that confirmed that first title but not this new one. Episodes in other countries are sometimes aired out of order, and often just in the order that they're received. Adventures in the Elements, for instance, still hasn't aired in America, but has already aired in Turkey. Because of this, it's possible that an episode titled something like Mini Problems may have been produced first in America, but isn't intended to be aired before the other episodes. So Russia might have received those episodes early, preparing for them to be released, but didn't know that they were going to be moved out of order once more episodes came in. However, there's no confirmation about this is just me spitballing ideas and theories at this point. Another weird thing is that this source claims the episodes are moving to a Saturday night premiere instead of the Friday night slot that they previously held. It isn't unheard of for a show to move its slot, especially on Disney, where the shows aren't just bounced day to day, but even to different networks at seemingly random. There are rumors that this cable TV board makes stuff up, but some of the people making that claim have also retracted it, claiming it to be some sort of joke. So it's really hard to say what is going on here. Honestly, I have no clue, but the fact that these smaller or more obscure sources are having at least some of the information line up with each other makes me think that there is some grain of truth to it. With the Owl House short series already wrapped up here on YouTube, it's only a matter of time before the episodes return to air. Kinopoisk, the Russian site, is known for being an accurate source because it works closely with the real corporations that make these shows, so I'm going to operate under the assumption that even if some details are wrong, we should be getting episodes in July. If the Power Rangers board is to be believed, that means we'll be getting new episodes on July 11th called Sense and Sensitivity. The episode airs before Adventures in the Elements, so I imagine the plot will have something to do with Amity and Luce's friendship, as they were a bit too chummy in Adventures in the Elements, with their last interaction being what happened at the library. After Adventures in the Elements comes a new episode on July 25th called The First Day, which seems to be an obvious nod to Luce starting her classes at Hexside, something that Adventures in the Elements indicated would be right around the corner. Finally, if the episode titles are correct, this would mean that we can see a bit more of the hidden message that can be read if you combine the first letter of each episode title, which so far would be A Witch Loses A, followed by the letter T. There are just enough episodes after this to suggest that the final word will be teacher, implying that Luz and Ida will have a falling out of some sort by the end of Season 1. This is something I've actually been theorizing about for a while. Ida is a powerful witch, but she isn't always the best teacher. It would be easy to understand Luz deciding to leave her behind when she sees how much she missed out on and was taken advantage of by Ida. On the flip side, we could see a more positive example of this message, with Ida deciding that Luz no longer needs a teacher and suggests that Luz is a full-fledged witch who is capable of teaching herself. Even if they don't go this positive direction, I don't imagine that the two will stay separated for long, with Season 2's premiere being about them coming back together. It's hard to say where the show will go or if any of this is even correct, but I'm excited to find out. And that's all I have for you guys today, but make sure to like and subscribe for future Owl House updates, and I'll see you next time.